What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Get It Right Saturday Night Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Francis, here with my fellow co-host, Oscar Morale.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And Colin Fursley.
How we doing, boys?
We got a good one for you guys today, so why don't we just get right into it, Colin? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. There's so much to talk about. We got a lot of sports starting up. We got NHL, we got NBA starting up very soon. So we're gonna have like some sort of athletic event in a major sport going on almost every day for a long time. So
Yes,
very excited about that. First off, just want to briefly touch on this. NHL season started yesterday, which for us was Wednesday, and the Florida Panthers opened their the 2025 NHL season, 2025-2026 NHL season, raising their championship banner. They were able to beat the Chicago Blackhawks yesterday in the first game of the season, 3-2. It was a very entertaining game, actually. Blackhawks made it interesting.
Verhaeghe scored on the power play.
We got a goal from Verhaeghe. We got a goal from Boquist.
My dog Verhaeghe, boy. Yes.
And first goal of the year came from AJ Greer. So, Panthers looking sharp even without Barkov and without Kachuk. Let's see if they can keep it up. Although they were playing against a pretty bad team. The Blackhawks are not good. But that's what's going on. So NHL starting. Very, very excited about that. Also, we made our predictions for the MLB playoffs last episode. We're already full swing into the divisional series. In fact, the Blue Jays have already beaten the Yankees. So, Oscar, our predictions are already trash.
Yankees lose.
The Yankees lose. Mark, I don't remember if you picked the Yankees or you picked the Blue Jays. Do you remember?
I picked the Blue Jays.
I don't even remember, bro. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
I don't know.
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure he picked the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll
Probably.
see. I mean, we can always go back and watch it. But yeah, the Yankees are gone. They got a gentleman swept there 3-1. After the Yankees had a big night yesterday, but they were not able to pull it out.
Yankees lose
In Game 4, and then the Cubs they forced Game 4. Game 4? Yeah, they forced Game 4 against the Brewers. They won at home. Tigers tied the series with Oscar's World Series prediction there, the Mariners. So we're gonna have a Game 5 winner take all in Seattle in a couple days there, and then my World Series.
Dad,
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully the Mariners win because I got them going to the series as well, so we'll see. And then Phillies-Dodgers, my World Series pick was the Phillies, and they're down 2-0. So this is not good. This is not good for neither of us. Mark, do you even remember who you picked to win the whole World Series? Was it the Dodgers?
Bro,
I don't even remember.
I don't even remember.
No.
Not gonna lie to you.
Oh, you picked the Cubs? Oh, I remember that. All right, yeah. Well, we're all on the hole
I
right
don't
now,
know.
so we'll see what goes on.
Dude, honestly, I remember I was talking about baseball. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yankees lose.
All right, well, let's move on to what we do know that we talk about, because we talk about it all the time. College football. We're going back to football, all right? So we got a little shake-up here in the rankings. You guys will see the vlog. I'm still working on editing it. It'll come out. It'll come out before this episode comes out. But yes, the Miami Hurricanes, the score, they only won by 6 points, but they demolished Florida State. So Florida State drops all the way back to 25. I'm actually surprised they're still ranked. Miami bumps Oregon up to number 2, even though Oregon did not even play. But they got a big showdown against number 7 Indiana this week, so we'll definitely talk about that. And then a lot of things,
Who has
pretty
a big
similar.
showdown against what? Oregon.
Well, I mean, you look at your two losses, Colin, and it's versus two ranked teams.
That's true. However, I think after beating Alabama, we should definitely not have 2 losses against those 2 teams, especially Virginia. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just started a true freshman quarterback last week, and he threw for like 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in his first ever college football game against Boston College. So I'm not looking forward to that. I think Pittsburgh could win. But anyways, going back to the top. So Oklahoma.
I think you guys will win.
All right. Thank you, Oscar. I like that vote of confidence. We'll see you next week.
Yankees lose.
Okay, we're not talking about the Yankees, bro.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Basically, every single team from number 7 to 19 all moved up due to the fact that Iowa State lost and Vanderbilt lost and Florida State lost. So, also, obviously, Penn State and Texas, that's the big story. They both got dropped completely. They were both at 7 and 9. They were both in the top 10, and they got bounced out of the entire rankings. Do I agree with that? I don't know, because what I'm thinking is, first of all, I think this is kind of what everybody's take is, but they shouldn't have been number 7 and number 9 anyways. So I think dropping them from 7 from 7 and 9 to out completely is a little drastic, but
I
they
agree.
shouldn't have been at 7 and 9 anyway. So maybe it's not. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oscar, what's your take on
I told y'all.
that? Or Mark, sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
no.
Mark. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah,
What's
go
your
ahead,
take on
Mark.
it?
Oh no. I was gonna say something random. Oscar, go ahead.
Well, I mean, we talked about this every time we talked about the rankings. We said they've been pretty weird this year so far. And yeah, especially with Penn State and Texas, we talked about how they didn't have a Power 4 win or really an impressive win at all, period, so far into the year. I mean, I said if Penn State could win against Oregon, okay, then you back up your resume a bit, but they lost in overtime, to be fair, but they still lost in a sad fashion because they had every advantage in the book for them. And Texas just has been even worse, low-key. And people are talking a lot about how, oh my god, Arch Manning's horrible, Arch Manning's this, Arch Manning's that. Honestly, he didn't play that bad in the Florida game. He's one of the main reasons they were actually in the game for a little bit there. I think their O-line has been completely dreadful, and their honestly, that whole offensive side of the ball needs to take accountability. Not just a lot of blame's going on Arch, but their OC needs to see some repercussions. I think their offensive line completely needs to take accountability. And yeah, I mean, if the quarterback can't get the ball out to the skill players, they're just doing cardio out there too. So, I mean, they need to have a whole rework out there. Texas is in a very big hole.
Yeah. Mark, what do you think?
About Texas, I'm gonna be honest with you. I genuinely do not know. I just know that Arch Manning has been very inconsistent, and I know that they should not have been ranked as high as they were. Two teams like Penn State and Texas, who have 2 losses, should not be up there in ranking, honestly, nor should Notre Dame. I don't think they should be that high, and I think they should be pretty low. I think they should be 24, and USF being still ranked is kind of interesting to me. But I do want to say one thing.
Well, they just got ranked this week, actually, Mark. They weren't.
Well, yeah,
ranked.
no, I understand. Well, they were because they were 3-0. Remember, they beat I don't know who they beat someone, and then they got ranked, and then they dropped out the rankings,
Florida, and then they lost week 3 to us.
Yeah, but I do want to mention BYU. I just want to say they look pretty good. I've been talking about it. A lot of my buddies here. One of my buddies, BYU fan. We talk about football a lot, and I could see them sneaking in that top 12. I really do. I see them, and I see Georgia Tech being there too. I think Georgia Tech and BYU will make the playoffs down the line this year. I'm just saying it. That's my opinion. But
good prediction.
That's like my bold prediction. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I think these two teams are dark horse teams, and they could play really well, and they will give some of these top dogs a run for their money. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
That's a good take there. That's a good take. So last thing I want to mention is just for this week, there's a lot of great matchups this week. This might be one of the best weeks in college football. So we got number 1, Ohio State's taking on 17 Illinois, 3 Oregon's taking on 7 Indiana. And Alabama, number 8, is taking on 14 Missouri. So, speaking of that, let's head into our...
Missouri is also undefeated.
Yes, Missouri is also undefeated, and they have the second longest home winning streak in college football. Second longest home winning streak for Missouri. That's going to get put to the test when they play Alabama there in Columbia.
Blitz, Bama, blitz!
Yeah, we'll see if Bama can blitz. But first, we will look at another game that's not ranked because Texas folded, but still a very interesting game. Always a good rivalry. We got the Red River Rivalry between Texas and between Oklahoma. So,
oh yeah,
Oscar, give me your thoughts on the game and give me your predictions. Who you got?
Well, I have Oklahoma, even without John Mateer. I think with John Mateer, this would have been a blowout. But without him, I still got him. Because Oklahoma's defense is legit, and so is Texas's defense. But Texas's offense has been very inconsistent with their starting quarterback, whereas Oklahoma, even without Mateer, they've looked at least somewhat consistent, reliable. They've been relying on the fundamentals, really, just running a plain offense, but it gets the job done, especially with the caliber of defense that they have, providing short fields for them for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it's all on Arch Manning, and I mean not on Arch Manning, but it's all on the Texas offense on this game. Like, this is the are you dead in the dumps for real game for them, or do you try and make a push for the SEC, because their schedule, Texas, is somewhat favorable after this game. It's not like there are definitely teams that have much more of a gauntlet in the SEC compared to Texas, and they only have one SEC loss, so technically anything is still possible for them. So yeah, it's make it or break it for them. But I have Oklahoma.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was the quarterback at Oklahoma, so I'm going to take Oklahoma here. I honestly do agree with Oscar. Look, this Texas team, they were ranked, what was it? They were ranked number 1 in the preseason polls.
Yes,
yeah, they were.
They were ranked number 1, and now they're unranked. Everyone is hyping up Archie Manning. Everyone's hyping this kid up. Like, at some point, there has to be a breakthrough. Have we seen that yet? Have we seen the max of Arch Manning? Have we seen the max of this Texas team yet? I don't know. This is a big test for them. This will be a testament to their work ethic and a testament to how much they really care this year. Are they just going to throw it away and say, you know what, we suck and we just have to build up on next year and start recruiting for next year now and get the craziest transfers ever and NIL money and throw that stuff out the window, right? Or they still have a shot. This is the game. This is do or die here. They lose, they're going to be 3-3. They're at 500. They're not making the playoffs. They're worthless. No one's going to care about them. And Baker Mayfield's going to get the last laugh. So
Baker Mayfield.
My opinions.
We'll talk about Baker Mayfield when we get to the NFL, Mark.
Yes, sir. No, I'm just saying. Baker Mayfield, quarterback at Oklahoma. So.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
They might have the next Baker Mayfield on their hands, Mark. John Mateer is a Heisman frontrunner while he was still healthy.
Don't know who that is, but it seems like a nice guy. I'll probably vote for him for Heisman if they do like fan votes or something. I don't know. I'm just playing.
All right.
I'm not that dumb.
All right. So I'm actually, I'm gonna go a little off the cuff here. All right. I think Texas is gonna win. All right. I know this is a very unpopular opinion. Oklahoma is very, very good, and here is the reason. All right. There's only one reason. And the reason is because last year when they played the Red River Rivalry, they had whoever Oklahoma's quarterback was. I'm forgetting now. Last year, but he got injured, and I don't know how. Hold on. Now I'm blanking. Oklahoma QB.
Colin does not know ball.
2024. No, bro. Who? Bro, this is actually so annoying. Oh, Jackson Arnold. That's right. Now he's the quarterback for Auburn, right? So Jackson Arnold, he got injured before the Red River Rivalry, or maybe it was during the Red River Rivalry. I don't remember. But they put in their backup, a kid by the name of Michael Hawkins Jr. Now, this is the only Oklahoma game I watched the entire year, but from what I saw, I'm sorry, and I feel bad saying this, but that guy was garbage. He was so bad. Oh my god. I didn't even know what I was watching. I'm sorry, Michael Hawkins. I understand you're a college football player for Oklahoma, top 10 team in the country. I get it. But bro, last year, and I know I'm basing this off of one game, but you were bad, bro. It was so bad. And now this year they got John Mateer. If John Mateer is playing, I think Oklahoma's dropping 80 on these people. They're going to win by 80. But
that's wild.
This Hawkins guy, I got to say, he's not very good. Now, last week they played Kent State, who, by the way, Florida State beat like 80-0. Okay, so there's not a lot to go off of with Kent State. This Michael Hawkins guy played very well. I think he threw 3 touchdowns, and he also rushed for another touchdown. And he was pretty efficient with that. However, we're playing Texas, all right? Texas actually has a good defense. Their defense isn't bad, all right? So because of that, I think Michael Hawkins is going to struggle, and I think Arch is going to find a little something. Oklahoma's defense, I understand, it's very, very good. But I think that Arch Manning is definitely not worse than Michael Hawkins Jr. Now, watch me be wrong, fine. But,
Well, I don't think you're going to be wrong on that fact anytime soon.
I think that that Arch is going to find a way to score maybe 15 points, and that's going to be enough to take the win there. I got the take
fantasy
the under
points
in this game. No, not fantasy points, like actual points. I think the over/under is the lowest.
Why
it's been.
15? How do you even score 15, bro?
I don't know. You score a touchdown.
Extra point, touchdown, 2-point conversion.
Yeah, there you go. I think
Bro,
so.
he's dropping 40 on him.
No. Guys, the over/under for this game was like 40 something, 43 maybe. This is the lowest over/under of the century in this game. The lowest Red River Rivalry over/under in this century. Take the under still. I think it's going to be a low scoring game.
Take the under? Alright, I'm going on flip right now, taking the under.
Honestly, I'll take the over now that I said that. Take the over, Mark. I'm sorry. But everyone else take the under.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I think Texas is going to get the dub. I think Texas is going to get the dub. We'll see. The other high flying matchup of the week is this one. We got Mr. Miami boy, Columbus boy, Fernando Mendoza. Actually, he is the if you go on DraftKings right now, he's the betting favorite to be the first quarterback taken in the upcoming NFL draft. Do I think that is absolutely ludicrous? Yes. I have no idea why DraftKings thinks that. I'm sorry, Mendoza, but that is the truth. So
DraftKings knows two things we don't. That he's going to be the best quarterback, and that the Dolphins will have the first overall pick. Bring Mendoza home, baby. We're coming back. He's coming back. Dolphins starting quarterback, bro. I could see it.
I don't know, man.
That would be crazy.
That'd be so sick,
that
dude.
Would be. But also, who does DraftKings have at number 2? Dante Moore. So,
dude,
we got number
Dante
1,
Moore,
and we got number 2 here in the NFL draft prospects for quarterbacks. I think this is going to be a good game. I think that Oregon is definitely going to win. I feel like Indiana is a little overrated slightly, just because of their huge win over Illinois. Illinois is a good team. They destroyed them. A lot of props to Indiana for that. But Illinois is not an Oregon. They're not an Alabama. They're not a Georgia.
Yeah,
it's Illinois.
Facts.
I like Oregon here. I think Oregon is going to get the dub, especially since they're at home. And we'll see how Mendoza does, because it is very surprising seeing him play well, just because it's like, wow, I know somebody that knows him. Like, it's pretty cool. But yeah. So that's who I got. Oscar, who do you got?
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Oregon. They're in that upper echelon of college football, top 3 teams in the nation right now. I mean, you could make the argument for them being number 1. They have the best win in the nation so far this year. They've also looked dominant even in that game. Like, their offense couldn't really get stopped. I mean, they started off a little slow in the first half, but who wouldn't in that whiteout game? I mean, I think this is really just going to show us more so what kind of team Indiana is, if they're pretenders or if they're legit. Because even if they lose but they keep it close, they've got a really good case, man. Really good case. They might honestly get bumped up if they lose and keep it close in the rankings. Interesting take there. Yeah. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, look, I mean, Oregon probably one of the best teams, if not the best team in the country. It's evident by the rankings. And you really can't bet against them. You know, as tempted as I am to go with Mendoza, Miami boy, represent whatever. I don't think they will win this, only because of how dominant Oregon has been even last year, and I said they were going to win the national championship. Not sure if you guys remember that. I mean, if, like Oscar said, if it's a close game, Indiana probably may not even get bumped down at all. Maybe you get bumped down 2 spots because they are facing arguably the best team in the country. If Indiana wins, statement. That's a statement. That's a statement game. That means any big time, big dog team ranked in the top 5 can lose to anyone. Doesn't matter where they are on the top 25. And that really shakes things up and makes things really interesting. So who I think is going to win is Oregon. Who I would love to see win, I think that shake things a lot up, is Mendoza, from Miami.
Honestly, I agree with
Indiana.
With Mark. You would have parity in the league in football. So
yeah, cool, good stuff. We all got Oregon. Also, by the way, that jersey on the left there from Oregon, top jersey in college football. Big
the
fan.
Green one.
The green one. Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that one. All right,
go Ducks.
last game that we're going to talk about, not one of the ones that I mentioned, but still an interesting game for us. We got the University of Florida taking on Texas A&M Aggies. So we got the resident Florida Gators fan, Miles Chin. I don't know if he wants to come in and say a couple words, but that we got that going on. Oscar, I'll start with you. Oh wait, actually no, we gotta start with Miles. I'm not gonna be able to hear what you guys say, but Miles, by the way, this is my roommate, Miles Chin, the GOAT, knows a lot about Florida, big Florida fan, and he's gonna talk a little bit about what he's looking for in this game and who he's predicting to win. So here we go. Give it up. Wait, hold on.
I'd just like to tell you.
Miles Chin, everybody.
Miles Chin, everyone. Miles Chin, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the
Hello
podcast.
guys, how
Welcome.
are you?
So glad to have you. Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Alright, perfect. So in this image we have Marcel Reed, and he destroyed us last year. It was his first SEC
Colin, you're not
start
screen sharing, by the
actually.
way.
It was the first time in 7 years that Texas A&M were all white. I think they won 33-20, and yeah, he absolutely destroyed us. He had a really nasty juke. But I think the way that Texas A&M has to win this game is that he has to be accurate throwing the ball. Now, I know Marcel Reed's a great dual threat quarterback. I think he's definitely a top half quarterback in the SEC, but can he find his targets? At times, Florida's secondary looked pretty poor against Texas. Cormani McLean, good cornerback, was playing well all season, then he was getting cooked. So if Marcel Reed can find his big targets, Kevin Concepcion, Mario Craver, among others, I think they'll win.
Craver's good.
But I like Florida's pass rush in this game. They might have to spy Marcel Reed, but if they're as effective as they were against Texas, they can make it a competitive game. Now, Florida offensively, last week we had the debut of true freshman wide receiver Dallas Wilson. He went off for 100 yards and a touchdown, 2 touchdowns in fact. And he was
You let him know.
really elite. He kind of saved their offense that game, to be honest.
The next Malachi Tony, perhaps?
Malachi Tony is also elite player. But yeah,
He's a stud.
if Dallas Wilson can contribute to the offense,
As Colin knows very well, it's baby Jesus.
Die.
you can't hear.
I have no idea.
Anyways, so if Blackway can continue to get a
He saw
rhythm.
the hand gesture. He knows exactly what we're talking about.
100%.
Anyway, if Lagway can continue getting into a good rhythm, like he was in Texas, if we can continue to pound the rock with Jaden Ball, for all season he was getting less than 20 carries a game. I didn't know why. He's an elite
Yeah, he's
halfback,
honestly before Wilson, he was your best offensive
player. But
player,
Billy
and
Napier didn't
has
want to
been
run the
used.
ball for some
I know,
reason.
I don't understand why, but
Because Billy Napier is stupid, but it's okay.
Yeah, as a play caller,
because
yes.
Billy Napier is a wide receiver coach, so obviously you're going to have to throw it to your wide receivers, right? With a quarterback like Lagway.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, I was the wide receiver coach at Alabama in 2015, all right?
Blitz, baby, blitz.
Anyway,
Terrell, run the road again.
Bama Blitz.
I said, good, God damn it.
Anyway, so I think if they can run the ball effectively like they did against Texas, it'll open up the game for Lagway a little bit. The odds makers have Texas A&M 7.5. I'm inclined to think Texas A&M will win, but Florida will cover. Is my official prediction.
All right. Well, we do not condone betting, so do not do that. All right.
All right.
All right. He got A&M winning, and that's all that matters. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Terrell, run the road again.
Wait.
So,
Everyone, give it up. They can't hear me. It's fine. Give it up.
Everyone,
for
give it up for Miles.
now we can hear you.
Give it up for Miles. Hey, what a great cameo to have on the podcast.
Yeah, great
what
analysis.
a great cameo. You know, might be the next Stephen A. Honestly, genuinely.
Honestly,
the next Stephen A.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you, he knows
Truly.
a lot about.
I need the
Truly
energy. I was
stuff.
just missing the
Truly
energy. but
inspiring
everything was there.
for the United States of America.
Oh
and
wait,
for
I'm
the
an idiot.
Asian
You know,
American
he-
community.
He has my vote of approval. I'll say that much.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think this picture was being shown, while he was talking.
Nope,
but
it was not.
Nope.
yeah, this is Marcel Reed, the quarterback who he was referring to, and
Yes.
this is the guy that lit up Florida last year. So we'll see if he can do it again. And I think he's good. I think he's pretty good. So we'll see. Yes, as I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard me. We do not condone betting, so do not take plus on.
Yeah,
the
do
Gators,
not bet.
whatever. Except the over/under on the Texas game, because that I said that, so that's fine. And he's got A&M winning, which is very surprising because he's a Florida fan. I think this is his way to hedge, but it's fine. I also got A&M win. Actually, no, I think the Gators are going to win. This is my way of hedging. I think the Florida's going to win. They find a way to win these games that they definitely have no business winning, and they kind of scare me every time they play. So,
Holly, can I say one more thing?
yeah, Miles wants to say one more thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Miles Chin.
Miles Chin.
Yo, just before you guys make any more predictions, right? Just know Florida has never won an away game against a team that finished over 500 since 2019, and Billy Napier is 5-21 on the road, I think. So, really bad. Or maybe not be 21. It's bad. It is 5 wins. He's like below 30%. So before you make your
That's pretty bad.
predictions,
That is pretty bad.
I would consider that. Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you
Everybody,
so
give
much
it up
the
for
insight.
Miles Chin.
What a guy, man. What a guy.
All right,
Miles
look,
Chin
Miles
in the
Chin made up.
flesh.
He gave some great points. It seems that Billy Napier's not a great coach. He doesn't play well in these games. So therefore, I'm picking Florida because if they win, they're gonna want to keep him, and they'll have a bad coach for even longer. Good job, Miles. Gators are gonna win. Let's go. Keep Billy Napier around. He's doing great things for the Gators. I think he's a great coach. The longer he's there, the more success they'll have. And I think a win against A&M will really jumpstart Billy Napier's career there. And I got the Gators. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, great analysis there. And everyone, another round of applause for Miles Chin.
What a way to represent the Asian American community. What a way.
Wow.
We include.
He just said
we're
what
so
a way to
inclusive.
represent the Asian American community. Mark, thanks for the analysis. Once again, Miles Chin.
Truly inspiring. Diversity,
Mark,
equity, and inclusion.
I
Truly
think
inspiring.
Miles hammered in some really important points.
He did.
But like he said, last year the Aggies torched Florida, and I think Florida, when they played the Aggies, were at least a bit more consistent. It was a bit later into the season. They had a bit more momentum going already, and they still lost to the Aggies. And this year the Aggies are even better. And Florida's,
True.
I think they have a better roster, but they're playing worse than they did last year to this point. So I don't see Florida winning. In fact, I don't even see them covering. This is a very typical Florida game. I mean, Miles just kind of reinforced my idea when he told me about the away game stat. The Texas win, you can viewers of the pod have Colin as my witness.
Mhm.
I did predict Florida.
True.
I did predict Florida to win that game, and I said because it's a very Florida-esque win, to win at home at the Swamp against clearly superior opponent at the time. And honestly, I still think Texas is a better team than Florida. It's just they need to figure their things out internally. But yeah, I mean, everything was looking good for Florida. They were at the Swamp. It was Parents' Weekend. You had Texas, not looking too good. Napier was fighting for his position, and every time he gets backed into a wall, he finds a way to win games, weirdly enough. But I think the Aggies are legit this year, man. So, yeah, sorry, Florida fans.
Yeah. Mark, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I got into A&M. They have a great petroleum engineering, curriculum there. Top 3 in the country. Mine's being up there too, as I believe number 2 right now. And I like College Station. I visited College Station. It was very, very lit. Full of nothing and just desert and students and alcohol, and that was really it. Florida, they had their statement game where they win the unexpected versus UT last week. They're not going to do that again. I got A&M here, absolutely demolishing.
Wow.
the
Don't
Gators.
play with Kyle Field, man. Kyle Field is a great environment.
Absolutely.
Really go in there.
I hope you guys are right with your predictions. I hope you guys are right, but we'll see. Anything to keep Billy Napier around, am I right?
Right?
Yeah.
100%.
I second that.
Alrighty, let's move ahead now to the
Sorry, because
NFL.
you know who will replace Billy Napier?
Who?
Gus Malzahn.
No, he's a null through and through.
Hell no, bro. He's going. He's if they fire Billy Napier, Gus Malzahn's gonna be the head coach for University of Florida.
Alright. Hot take there. Alright, let's move along now to the NFL. We got Week 5. We're going to do our little recap there for NFL Week 5. First game was Thursday Night Thriller against the Rams and 49ers. Obviously, I was right. I predicted the 49ers last episode, and I was right. So, I think it's very obvious that Mac Jones was going to outplay Matthew Stafford, and that was that. Moving along now, we got the Vikings and the that was a joke. Moving on now, we got the Vikings and the Browns. It was in London, whatever.
Yeah,
Not
whatever.
too much
No one
there.
cares.
Cowboys, Jets, that was obvious. No one cares.
Yeah.
Giants, Saints, Spencer Rattler. Sorry, Miles. You're not the only special one. Spencer Rattler. Finally, he wins his first ever game. Congratulations.
He's trash.
Colin was right with this game.
Yeah. Yes. Jackson Dart. He didn't do so. He didn't do so well. Threw 2 interceptions. Scatterboo with a crucial fumble there. I did not watch the game, but the Saints won, and I'm happy. So therefore, I will never pick the Saints ever again. Maybe I will, but probably not. But I was right. There you go. Colts. Wow, the Raiders are really bad, or the Colts are really good, or probably both.
Colts are really good. Pretty sure I said the Colts here. Very nice.
Yeah, very very nice. Good game there. Dolphin. Okay, all right.
We're gonna skip over
All right.
that.
I know. Okay. I'm gonna say one thing. Y'all obviously you can say whatever you'd like. Two stats, look pretty good. Okay. I think this is the game where I can officially say, and I have not said this in a long time because I'm a diehard Dolphins fan and I love them very much. Okay, I will officially say Miami Dolphins this is one of the worst Dolphins teams that there have been in the last 10 years. I said it. This team is terrible. I do not feel bad picking against them going forward. I probably won't, but if I do, I won't feel bad because you're actually really bad. And the fact that you lost to the Panthers, first of all, you lost to the Panthers. The Panthers are horrible. So we lost to them. Second of all, we were up 17-0. We were looking great, and we lost. So our defense is really bad, and I can't even say our offense is good because the offense punted the ball like 10 times in a row. So do I even have that here? I don't know if I have that. Yeah, it's probably not here. But I'm pretty sure they punted the ball, I'm not even exaggerating, 5 or 6 times in a row after they were up 17-0. The Dolphins are bad. You guys go ahead. You guys have the floor if you'd like, but that's all I have to say. The Dolphins are actually horrible.
Yeah, look, I'm going to say one thing. I don't watch football. I really don't. I don't have time to watch football. I check my fantasy app usually like twice on Sunday to see how bad my team's doing because it's really bad. And I just hovered over the Dolphins score, and I remember seeing us, we were up like 17-0 or whatever, 14-0 at some point. And I'm like, they're playing pretty good. The Panthers are pretty bad, whatever. And then I get the Yahoo Sports notification that we lost 24-27, and I just see one video of like them making a comeback. And yeah, this team is horrible. I think it's time we clean the house. I genuinely think so. I think we clean house. I think we have to get rid of Greer. I think we have to get rid of Greer. We have to. We have to get him out. He's horrible. We have to get him away. I think it's time we get rid of him. I think it's like, get him away and like as
Greer before McDaniel.
Yeah, Greer before McDaniel, 100%.
100%.
I think honestly, I love McDaniel as a coordinator. I do. I see no issue with the Dolphins keeping McDaniel as a coordinator and hiring a new head coach. Genuinely,
That's not gonna happen.
Dude, if they do that, first of all, I think that's crazy. Second of all, cool. I think he's a good coordinator. I think McDaniel will thrive anywhere else he goes as a coach because they will actually support him and they won't be a poverty and horrible drama-filled franchise like the Miami Dolphins. Tua looked good in the pocket. I saw a stat today. Tua, he is apparently right now the best quarterback when he stays in the pocket. Stats-wise, he is the best quarterback. Stats-wise, passing yards-wise, touchdown-wise, and completion percentage when he's in the pocket. So he's good. He's playing well in the pocket. Does he
I
have
agree.
time in the pocket? No, he has got no time. Playing horrible. Devon Achane, 10 carries for 16 yards. Bro, put me in there. Dude, just give me the pads. Just give me the pads. And
Bro,
I
if they
will
put you
literally
in there,
run.
you'd have negative yards, bro.
Dog, I will run a halfback draw every time. Cut to the outside. I don't care. I will have more yards on more attempts than him. And then, dude, Rico Dowdle, bro, like 206,
I mean, that's
206.
ridiculous, but he's good.
The Dolphins. I know. The Dolphins let 206 on the ground.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
That's
rest
the
my case.
strategy, though.
Yo, dog, we're trash.
We've already wasted too much time
On them.
and too much
But-
breath. Speaking on the Dolphins, they've disappointed me since week 1. It's just utter disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
that's
think
bad.
we
Let's
clean
move
house.
on.
That's
I
all
will
gotta
say though
Let's
that
move
if
on.
you're trying to play fantasy football and you need to pick up a running back, pick up a running back on a team who's playing the Dolphins, because that's all you got to do is run the ball and you're gonna drop 30 fantasy points. Broncos
Yep.
Eagles, yay! Wait. Where is it?
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
Broncos
Yes,
country.
sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Broncos country. Finally,
We're
they beat
riding
the
to the
Eagles.
bowl.
The Eagles' horrible offense finally was exposed by Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. I'm very, very excited about this.
The
And,
Broncos are riding to the bowl.
Yeah, riding all the way to the bowl. Very, very happy
Right,
that
Josh?
this occurred.
Oh yeah.
Are the Broncos riding to the bowl?
They're going straight. To
Going
the
straight to the bowl.
Going straight to the bowl. Texans Ravens also not too surprising because Cooper Rush is really bad. But what I am surprised about is that Derrick Henry only had 15 carries on 33 yards. I don't know what's going on with Derrick Henry. He's gone. I traded him in fantasy. Oscar, you can have him. But let's see. He's probably going to pop off now. But I don't know what's been going on the last couple weeks. That's kind of weird. And the Ravens are 1-4. I said last week I'd be surprised if they were 1-4, and they're 1-4. So I don't know. The defense, they have a bunch of injuries. I know. But yeah, it's not looking good for the Ravens. And CJ Stroud, he had the same amount of touchdowns as incompletions. Whenever that happens, you know you had a good game. So
Oh, yeah.
shout out to CJ Stroud. Texans 2-3. They've won 2 in a row. Titans
Big
Cardinals. This might be actually. We were kind of thinking. Imagine Oscar picks the Cardinals and the Titans finally win. Well, this might have been one of the most pathetic ways to lose a game
win,
I've
yeah.
ever seen. No, not to win. The Titans are great. They won. This is the most pathetic way to ever lose a game that I've ever seen in my entire life. And we don't even got to talk about it really, because everyone knows what happened. But
Yeah.
this was bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Oscar, what do you have
I
to
don't know how
say
you
about
let that
Cameron
happen
Ward?
at the end of the game. I mean, I'm glad. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Cam Ward gets the win. Very happy
Yeah.
with that. He had a decent showing. I feel like he's had games where he's played better this year. But
Yeah.
they got the win, which is what matters.
Mhm.
And, they still have a lot of things to fix, in the wise words of Cam. We ass.
Yeah. He kind of threw a touchdown though. He low-key threw a touchdown. That interception was a touchdown.
It was not an interception, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Emery DeMarcado, we already know what happened to him.
That boy trash.
That boy trash. Yes. Very highly entertaining game. Once again, crazy quarterback play. When two quarterbacks throw more than 30 passing attempts, and they both have almost 30 completions, you know you had a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Darnold played amazing until that last interception, which low-key wasn't too much of his fault because it was deflected. But still, great game from both of them. Baker Mayfield is that guy.
Ooga booga, bro.
And
Ooga
holy
booga
cow,
is that
bro.
kid.
Ooga booga, bro. Ooga booga is him.
Ooga booga. He is, man, I gotta say, they have the next Mike Evans. They have their guy. Mike
Hey.
Evans could retire.
Yeah.
As your local aspiring agent,
Mhm.
I know talent when I see it.
Yeah.
I drafted this man for that reason.
Yeah.
In both of my leagues. mind you.
Uh-huh. Ooga booga.
Ooga booga,
I
bro.
am
What a stud.
Very happy with Ooga Booga.
Yeah. Ooga booga, by the way, has like the most receiving yards and catches and touchdowns, something like that. There's some stats he's leading in the history of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And if you know anything about the history of the Ohio State Buckeyes receivers, they are wide receiver U. They have had Michael Thomas. They've had, Olave, Emeka Ibuka. They got Garrett
Booga
Wilson.
booga.
They got a bunch of people, and Marvin Harrison Jr. and a bunch of other people that I'm forgetting or just not mentioning. I said Michael Thomas. Terry McLaurin. A lot of people. All right. And you know who else they also have? The guy on the opposite side of the stat line. On one side we got Uga Booga, and on the other side we got Njiga Biga. All right. Jackson Smith and
Jigba Digga.
Jackson Smith and Njiga.
Jamaica.
Bro, the Ohio. Whoa!
Whoa! You're not getting me there, buddy. You're not getting me there.
The Ohio State wide receivers on both teams went off. 15 catches. For quick math, we got 295 yards and 2 touchdowns between both Ohio State wide receivers. Both top 5 in fantasy football points, and unreal players. So both teams should be very excited. Their offenses have very bright futures, and Baker Mayfield might be my favorite quarterback in the league right now. I love that guy. Good job for Baker.
He's been in my top 3 for the last 2 years already.
Oh, I know, Mr. Comeback Player of the Year. All right, I remember that. I don't think he should have won, but he didn't win. But anyways, I love Baker Mayfield. You got a good foresight there with that pick, Oscar.
I'm glad you're hopping and joining us.
Yes. Lions Bengals. This game was way not as close as it looks. Jake Browning tried to make a little comeback there at the end by throwing a million passes at Jamar Chase, but that didn't work. And I forgot, they got Joe Flacco now. Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals, and after 5 days after being traded, he will start against the Green Bay Packers, who he beat a couple weeks ago as a member of the Browns. So that's gonna be really interesting. I was about to pick up Packers defense until that trade happened, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on, Joe Flacco. I'm a little scared of Joe Flacco now. I can't be having that. So, we'll see what happens there.
Chase Brown's value is back. Thank goodness.
I don't agree with that, but we'll see.
Jamar Chase finally has to throw a quarterback who can throw the ball. Oh, that's all he needs. Just somebody who can throw the ball.
And T. Higgins too. Yeah. Someone was mentioning, and I thought about this, bro. Imagine if instead of Joe Flacco, they got Jameis Winston. Bro, for a second, just imagine Jameis Winston with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, just for a second. That'd be great.
He's throwing hilarious. For 500 every game and 7 interceptions with 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's when I will literally drop Chase Brown and pick up their 4th string wide receiver, because that guy will have 100 yards.
Yeah. Go get Yoshi Boss. That guy's gonna pop off. Commanders Chargers. Jalen Daniels is back. Had a pretty nice game. Deebo Samuel's been popping off. You're welcome again to Oscar. Patriots and Bills, Sunday Night Football. The Bills finally lost. Let's go. There's no undefeated teams. The only silver lining is being a Dolphins fan. There are no more undefeated teams.
Bills lose.
Bro, that's gotta be your thing from now on. Mark, every single time. The Bills lose.
The Bills lose.
The Yankees lose. So Drake May had an unreal game. This might have been one of the best games I've ever seen out of a quarterback who threw 0 touchdowns. He had some unreal throws, unreal moments, and then led them on the game-winning drive against Josh Allen. Very, very exciting future for the Patriots, which means a very, very depressing future for the Miami Dolphins. And lastly, the Chiefs versus the Jaguars. Mark Francis, congratulations. You selected this game correctly. Trevor Lawrence, the most fluke touchdown of all time.
Craziest ending to the game
look,
so far this year.
I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I just had that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I had that feeling, and I just knew the Chiefs were gonna lose. I just don't know. I just don't know. And they lost.
It's tough.
I know ball.
It's an interesting conversation to have about the Chiefs. I wonder what's going on with them. They're gonna get Rasheed Rice back in a couple weeks, but they got Xavier Worthy back, and that clearly hasn't made too much of a difference. So, honestly, sorry, I just wanted to say this one thing. I test the Chiefs look a lot better. I think they've definitely improved with Xavier Worthy over the last couple weeks, but this is a team that would usually win this game, and they lost. So I don't know what's going on. Oscar, go ahead.
So I think you're right. Eye test wise, they passed it because I think, unlike what you said, I think they have gotten better. I think they did get better. I think where they're sleeping a little bit is on defense, and mainly, which is kind of sad to see because the Chiefs over the last 3 or 4 years have actually been known for being pretty much the most consistent defense across the league. You know, they may not have, you know, the most star players on defense, but they're definitely the best. They've been the best coached defense, and schematically, they've just been able to play so well against all these teams over the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe we just are starting to see these teams figure them out on defense, so maybe they have to reinvent themselves, keep it a little fresh. Because these are very disciplined players, man, and you have Chris Jones up front, you have L'Jarius Sneed, I believe, right? Still playing for them, so they have talent on the defense.
No, L'Jarius Sneed is actually the guy that was running up on DeMarcado on the Cardinals game when he fumbled the ball. So L'Jarius Sneed's on the Titans, actually. But anyways, continue.
Who's their? Is it Trent McDuffie then?
Trent McDuffie's their corner. If that's who you're referring to.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it Thornhill?
No. Well, if you're talking about their star cornerback, that would be Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I got it right, Trent McDuffie.
Yeah.
You
said L'Jarius Sneed.
At first, yeah, but Sneed got traded to Titans. You're right. I knew that. I don't know. It's because he was playing for them the last 3 or 4 years, no?
Yeah, before, like a couple years ago. I think this is his second year on the Titans.
Really? I thought he played for them last year.
I have one thing to say before we keep
But
moving
the
here.
point is, their defense needs to pick it up because you can't be letting that happen the last play of the game, man.
There's one thing they need to pick
Because
up
they were
more
in the
than the
driver's seat
defense.
this whole game, man. They were in control of this game, Kansas City.
Yeah.
There's one thing they need to pick up besides the defense, and it's that ground game. I don't think we've had a single Chiefs rusher go over 100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. I understand they have a committee in Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, and that committee is not it. Not it.
Yeah,
Don't
I
think
agree.
so.
But
There is a lack of ground game. Isaiah Pacheco post fractured fibula has been horrible. Kareem Hunt is he's old. He's getting washed. He was good on the goal line, but besides that, he's not. He's just a third down rusher. You put him in on third down, and he'll get you that 1 yard. He'll push through. But I really think the lack of ground game is really, really impacting this team, especially with Mahomes throwing 41 times and then him being their leading rusher. Not good.
Yeah, I agree. That is very true. All right, so that is going to do it for the NFL Week 5 recap. Now, we're going to do a little speed run here for our, everyone's favorite part of the pod, NFL Week 6 predictions. But first, let's take a look back at the predictions records from the three of us.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NFL prediction records. So, Mark, he was in the lead. He had a pretty comfortable lead until 9-4. Yes, sir. We're one game back of Mark Francis now. 9-4. Mark 7-6, pretty average there, almost at 500, a little above. Keeps his lead there by 1. And Oscar, brother, what happened?
I do not know ball.
No comment? You do not know ball? Well,
last week was a doozy, man. Clearly, you can see.
Yeah, not a great week, but looking to bounce back this week.
As well, full of upsets.
True. Very true.
Yeah, very full week of upsets, but good call on that Chiefs game there.
There you go. That saved you because we both picked the Chiefs. So, nice going there. All right, let's go back and let's look over our Week 6 predictions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're going to go a little bit rapid fire here. Starting off, we got Thursday Night Football between the Eagles and the Giants. Give me Philadelphia. I think they're going to figure it out.
Yeah, I agree there. Give me Philly. No questions.
Eagles easy bounce back game. Come on up.
Alrighty, Broncos Jets. Broncos.
Cue it, Colin.
Cue it.
Play it.
Cue it.
Let's ride.
Oh, my fault.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's ride.
That's right.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
That's right.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos
Yes, sir.
country.
Broncos country. That's right. Got you.
Broncos country. That's
I
right.
agree with that. Broncos country will be riding this week.
Alrighty. Next up, we got the Seahawks and the Jaguars. Very sneaky good game, might I add.
Very much so. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks on this one. Mark, you want to go ahead and
Yeah,
take your new
I'm gonna
favorite
take
team?
the Seahawks too. I don't see the
Ooh.
Jaguars here being 5-1.
Interesting.
It's hard for me to go against the Jags here. I like the Seahawks in this matchup.
All right, interesting. Dolphins Chargers. I'm ready for us to lose by 1,000,000, but I can't do it. So give me the Dolphins.
Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Chargers, bro. I've given up. Madison Beer, Justin Herbert is crazy, bro. I'm just saying, dude. Since that, bro, like he's pulling hella hoes.
Well, Jackson Dart, he called his shot for Madison Beer.
Oh,
man.
I know.
just
He
saw that.
called his shot. I saw
Bro,
that.
that was
I saw
photoshopped. All right, whatever. Anyway, continue. Oh wait, that's my job. Sorry. Next game, we got the Rams and the Ravens. Give me the Rams without Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lamar is not playing here, so I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
the
he's probably
Rams.
not going to. Still has a high ankle sprain. Me and Colin were actually just talking about this 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Sadly, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm gonna have to go with the Rams. Not because I don't like the Rams, but because you hate to see the Ravens start off so badly to the year.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Mark, did you go? Did you pick the Rams?
Yeah, I said Rams.
Okay. Cardinals Colts. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, Colts have been looking like one of the best teams in the NFL this year, which sounds so weird to say, but yeah, give me the Colts, man, with Danny Dimes. Can't believe I'm
Indiana
saying
Jones, baby. Indiana
Yeah.
Jones.
Yep. Next up, we got the Cowboys, and we got Rico Dowdle returning to his playing against his old team against the Cowboys and the Panthers. I don't know if I said that right, but it's the Cowboys and the Panthers. So I got the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys here too. I think the Panthers had a nice showing against the worst team in the NFL last week, but against this Cowboys team, not going to be too happy.
Yeah, Cowboys. Panthers got their win last week against the bottom feeders.
All right. Next up, we got the Patriots at the Saints. Like I said, not picking the Saints again. I hate to do it, but give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think the Saints are still a really bad team. Don't see them playing well. If they play well against the Patriots, that's surprising because the Pats have a pretty decent defense. I'll take the Patriots here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Patriots as well. They got a really impressive win against Buffalo. And the Saints got their win last week, so...
Yeah. Next up, we got the Browns versus the Steelers. They got a rookie quarterback there, Dylan Gabriel, second NFL start. Yeah, I got the Steelers here. I think the defense is going to be a little much for them. Although the Browns' defense is also elite.
Very good, yeah. I mean, this is mid versus mid here. Honestly, anybody could win, but I'm going to have to agree with you, Colin. Steelers for the win.
Yep. Mark?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you guys there too. I think the Steelers are going to win. I don't have full confidence in Dylan Gabriel just yet. I think this will be a low-scoring matchup. I think it'll be within a field goal of who wins. It could go either way. I got the Steelers, a little rested up coming off that bye week here.
All right, very nice. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans against the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans, actually. I'm assuming this is going to be Oscar's upset alert. I don't even know if it is an upset at this point. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see. I see a smile on his face, though. No, I think the Raiders are actually really, really bad. And the Titans, they finally got a win. The Titans are also really, really bad. But they finally got a win. Maybe they'll get on a little roll. Give me Cam Ward. I like the Titans here.
Yeah, no, this is not my upset alert.
Okay.
But this is the Tank Bowl. This is the Heisman Bowl.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Colin. It's gonna be the Titans. Since the Raiders have looked so lackluster this year, it's just so sad to see.
Yeah.
I really want to go with the Raiders here. Really do.
Raiders!
They're without Brock Bowers, their star guy there, and I just don't think they could go without him. So I unfortunately am gonna go with the Raiders. I don't care. I think the Raiders are gonna win this. I really don't care. I think the Titans are pretty bad, and honestly, I don't think the Titans will score a touchdown.
You know what that means, right, Colin?
Interesting. What does that mean? That means the Raiders are going to win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because clearly
Yeah.
what we've learned this year so far is to know ball, you have to not watch ball.
That's true. That's actually really true.
I do not watch ball at all.
Yeah, that's true. All right, next up, we got the 49ers and the Buccaneers. Very surprising, the 49ers, so only lost one game. And not surprising, the Buccaneers have lost only one game. So, good game, I think, is going to be. But, like I said, I think Baker's going to continue baking. Give me Tampa Bay.
In light of that, yeah, what's that coming down the street? It's the meme machine in red and black. In the red and gold. Go Niners, go Niners. Give me Buccaneers. All right, a little bit of a parody there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's that coming down the track?
What's that coming down the track?
It's the meme machine in red and black.
Yeah. Bucks.
Yeah, Tampa just looks so good this year. Even against Philly, man, they had just self-inflicted wounds in that game.
I agree.
They could have. I feel like they could have definitely made that game closer, if not won, were it not for those wounds. Silly mistakes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tampa, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tampa. I think Mac Jones is playing great. His connection with Kendrick Bourne, being former Pats players, is nice. I don't think it's enough to beat Ooga Booga and Big Dog Baker.
Booga Dooga.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good pick there. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Flacco at the helm taking on the Green Bay Packers. Joe Flacco beat them once. Is Joe Flacco going to beat them again? I don't think so. Give me Green Bay.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure.
Good game though.
I'm really not sure here. Really not sure. My mind tells me something, and my gut tells me something else. And unfortunately, I have to go with the Packers here, and it pains me to do so, but I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Colin. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Flacco gets traded to the Cincinnati Bengals in a move of desperation to get their one Joe Flacco magic win against the Packers. All right, we know how Joe Flacco is. Comes to a team, starts off blazing hot with his Joe Flacco old man magic. All right, they can't figure him out, and then as soon as he gets tired for 3 games, he's 47.
Oh my
He
god.
loses all his juice, and the team sucks again. But
Yeah.
no, man, they just signed Joe Flacco. This is the most obvious upset alert of all time, man. Come on, now the Bengals are gonna win this game in the most
but the
Joe
pro-
Flacco way possible.
But the problem with your logic there is you said Joe Flacco's going to get his one magical win. Well, he already beat them, so I think the magic's gone. You don't think so? All right, we'll see. I do
it's
think
a
it's going
new
to be
team.
close.
It resets perfectly.
True. That's true. That is true. I like it. All right, going into prime time now. We got Sunday night rematch of the first game of the season a couple years ago when the Lions beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. Guess what, guys? the Lions? You think the Lions are going to win? No. Guess what? I think, I pick the Saints every week because, it's the Saints and they have to win at some point. The Chiefs, surprisingly, are getting into that realm. They've been losing a lot. And I think there's got to be at some point this season, Patrick Mahomes is going to beat a good team. And this is the week. I think the Lions are better than the Chiefs. I think the Lions have better offense. I think the Lions have better defense. I think the Lions are a better team. But guess what they do not have? Patrick Mahomes, baby. Give me Kansas City. I love Mahomes, all right? You can call me whatever you want, but Mahomes is mine. Patrick Mahomes. You're winning this game.
You know what's crazy? I'm actually going to pick the Chiefs too here.
Whoa!
That makes three of
Don't-
us.
I
Whoa!
don't see the Chiefs being 2-4.
And honestly, that's surprising because you're the
Look,
Lions
they
guy,
have-
man.
Yeah.
I'm a Lions guy. But the Lions have played nobody this year. They have not had.
And the
they
rest
have not
are
played-
nobody.
They haven't played any good teams. The Bengals were starting to score back. That game last week, don't really like that. I'm just
Look at
there's
Mahomes,
a couple
man.
changes.
So inspirational.
Couple interesting things there. I could definitely see this going the Lions' way, but I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes on prime time. So give me
did
the
last
Kansas City
week.
Chiefs.
What happened
Yeah,
to
but
last
last
week?
week, but last week you see it's different.
Last
It's,
week,
you gotta,
there was-
you gotta be
there was a
fluid.
difference.
You know, you gotta be
The,
fluid.
the
list
list
is
is
fluid.
fluid. It's
The
fluid.
list is fluid.
Remember
you know?
last week they were up against Duval.
Duval.
And now this week they're up against Detroit.
Yeah.
They're shit water.
Clearly, Mr. Cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger. Gonna win.
Yep. Well,
Alright.
guess what, guys? Last time all three of us picked a team to upset another team was last week. We all picked the Broncos to beat the Eagles, and we were all right. So hopefully this happens again. Now, once again, I don't know why
Let's
they
try.
do this. I say this every week, and I really, really
And this is
dislike it,
why
but they're doing it
you gotta
again.
watch the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast because
It's
we
true.
know ball.
We know what's up. We know what's up. Now we got Monday Night Football. Like I was saying, they do this. I say this every week, and it annoys me every single time. I don't know why the heck we got two games on Monday Night Football. It's very, very annoying. I just want to watch just one game, focus on one game, watch the entire game, and we can't do that. But anyways, the first game on Monday is the Buffalo Bills going to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Now you know me. I hate the Bills. So, therefore, we're going with the Falcons.
Wow, I was very close to actually making this my upset alert, but then I thought, Michael Penix, it's been subpar this year. I just don't see the juice there for an upset just yet. Maybe down the road, but just not yet. Bijan has been playing beautifully, but that's about it. Their
Very true.
defense, mid, not horrible. I mean, they're
No,
not
the
the
defense is good. I like their defense.
Yeah.
The defense is good. They got a good
They're-
pass rush.
Yeah, not horrible. They're not the Dolphins, but definitely not in that upper echelon just yet.
All right.
And you kind of need to be to stop Lamar and the Bills, unless you're the Patriots for some reason. But to stop Lamar and the Bills, you need to have a good defense. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see on Monday night. But I got the Bills.
Yep. Mark.
Yeah, this is Josh Allen playing on Monday Night Football. You don't get a bet. You don't bet against that. You don't. Josh Allen, he's the best player in the NFL. And I truly believe that they will win this game in a very nice, orderly, straight line fashion. Like in elementary school when they tell you line up for recess and you have to line up in a single file line in good fashion, or else you get the football taken away for 5 minutes and you got to sit in the corner. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna be mindful of the Falcons, but they're gonna demolish them at the same time. So I got the Bills with a respectful W here.
Beautifully,
All right.
beautifully done, Mark.
I like it. I will say though, just a little stat that I pulled up though. Josh Allen, last two Monday Night Football games, he's won both of them. Last two. However, over his career, Josh Allen is 5-5 on Monday night. Not great out of him. I think he's gonna drop to 5-6. We'll see.
Think he'll be 6-5, brother.
Alrighty, we'll see. Next up, Monday Night Football, the last game. We got the Bears and we got the Commanders in a rematch of the Hail Mary game from last year between Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. And, I think history is going to repeat itself. I don't like the Bears. I think the Bears are pretty bad. And I like the Commanders, so I'm going with the Commanders.
Number 1 versus number 2. All right. The battle of USC versus LSU. The battle of the Bears versus the Commanders. And who's the real winner here? It's got to be Deebo Samuel. Somehow, some way.
Okay,
The
bro.
Commanders.
All right,
the Commanders.
fine. Go ahead. Whatever. Go ahead.
The Commanders are going to find a way to win.
How many
And,
touchdowns is he scoring? 5, 10, 20?
No, not that many. But I feel like he's going to have 2 touchdowns this game. The
Alright.
Bears,
And
the
he's
Bears
on your
just won't
bench.
be able to stop him.
If he's gonna be on your bench, you can just send him back. It's fine by me.
Well,
Mark, who you got?
I am starting receivers that are slightly better than him this week.
Okay. All right. I hope your prediction's right.
You don't know. Why don't we leave it to Mark? What do you think? Who should I start? Quentin Johnson, who just became questionable.
But he's playing the Dolphins, so.
Quentin
Yeah.
Johnson?
Johnson.
Oh yeah, the guy from LA.
Chargers.
Uh-huh.
Ooga Booga.
You start Ooga Booga, no doubt.
Quentin Johnson is my wide receiver 2.
Uh-huh.
Then we have Jalen Waddle at my flex.
Uh-huh.
And then on my bench, I have Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Pittman Jr., and Deebo Samuel. Also,
Yeah, I'm going to be
Darren
honest.
Waller.
I probably...
the Dolphins tight end just became questionable as well. So,
Oh. That's not good.
Look, in my opinion, I would genuinely start anyone over Waddle right now. Not too confident with him. Don't like that. Don't like it too much.
well,
I'd
Waddle
probably
has
put Pittman.
17.8, 14.9, and 23 points in games that he has 5 targets or more.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get 5 targets this game. I don't know. I
Versus
can't
the
help
Chargers?
you. I'm
I mean,
1
he's
and
their
4.
only, again,
I'm
Tyreek
1 and
went
4
down.
in
He's their
fantasy. You
only-
don't want my hope.
He's your only offensive weapon besides Achane, of course. But
All right. Well, we'll leave. All right. We'll see what Oscar decides there. But, Mark, who do you got in this game? Last game.
The Bears.
Oh my God.
the Bears.
Guess what, guys? Ladies and
me the
gentlemen,
Bears.
breaking news: the Chicago Bears have beaten the Washington Commanders, and they won on Monday Night Football.
I'm just look. I'm gonna be honest.
Blah 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 blah.
I
blah,
think
blah.
the Bears, on paper,
Well,
are a better
The
team
raps for us.
than the
Yeah, we're
Washington
screwed.
Commanders. I don't think Jaden Daniels right now is playing as he should.
You know what? I kind of agree
I'm
with
not.
that.
I'm not confident with that. I think on the ground, both teams are pretty even. I think in the air, Chicago beats them, and I think Caleb Williams throws for 300, and the Bears win the game.
Dang! All right, very very hot take there. We'll see, guys.
The Bears.
The Bears, the Bears win.
The Commanders lose.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. We hope you guys are enjoying. Leave comments, like, and share this video. You know, we're trying to get famous now. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but you know, we kind of have a guy named Colin Ferzi with a lot of aura, so just keep that on the back end there. You also, podcast with a future sports agent. He could be your agent one day if you subscribe.
Hopefully.
Then yeah. But that's all we got. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Peace and love, baby.
And one last time, sorry, Mark, to cut you off again. One last time, everyone, say thank you to the GOAT, Miles Chin.
Miles Chin, everybody.
There we go.
What a way! What a way to represent. What a way.
See y'all
so
later.
many communities represented in one. Genuinely, so many.
No, for
communities.
real. What a great
So many
ambassador
communities.
for the Jamaican, Italian, and Chinese community.
Yes, he is Jamaican. That is kind of.
We truly believe in inclusivity here at the Get It Right
He's a
Saturday Night
citizen.
Podcast.
I didn't even know. You're a citizen.
Because my dad was.
Bro, Miles is a citizen of Jamaica. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Yo,
wow.
call ICE, bro. What?
Call He said call ICE.
Nah, you can get it legally. But low key, if they get into a war with China, I have to leave.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, if they get into a war with China, he has to
I'm
leave.
not joking. If they get into a war with China, I have to go. They gonna
That's-
round me up.
That's not good. We got China, we got Jamaica, we got Italy, we got America, and we got Miles Chin.
Bro,
Everybody-
as long-
ladies and gentlemen,
as long as
ladies
you-
and gentlemen,
As long as you clutch up in the gulag, you'll be good.
Miles Chin.
Miles Chin, everybody. Miles Chin.
All right,
Once again, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Much love.